chatammo.com, in case you don't know me. Now, I know I've had a lot of new joiners just say come into us with Chatammo. So I want to do is today I want to go through a little bit of a lesson about how we can find all of the low-hanging fruit, right? So this is going to be how to go out, start getting customers very, very easily, right? We're going for the low-hanging fruit. And of course, we're going to automate everything as well because we don't like to do things manually. It takes time, it takes money. We're not really into that side of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you through a few slides, which we've already done. Sorry, we've got sales coming through left, right, and center. We'll take you through a few slides, which we've already done, and just kind of show you exactly how we're going to do this. Now, this will also be in your membership site if you already have Chatammo. If you don't have Chatammo, don't worry. You can still do this. It doesn't really need automation to do it, but it makes it a whole lot easier if you use automation. So let's just jump in here and share my screen. Sorry, I've got a really bad cough as well today, so I don't know quite what's happening. Okay, so let's have a look. I wish people would stop buying at the moment. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work out how to grow your list using social media. Right, now this is not only to grow your list, this is also to go out for you to start selling straight away within social media so you can get a lot more sales a lot easier. Right, now all I've done is I've just took one of Russell Brunson's ads here. Now this is actually sponsored. I'm going to show you how it kind of goes into sponsorships as well. And all it is just basic postings, right? So we're going to talk a little bit how to grow your email list rapidly. I'm going to use the lowest hanging fruit possible, which is Facebook and Instagram, right? So social media is pretty much the king. They have all of your customers sitting there already waiting for you to make them an offer. Now, the way Facebook and Instagram makes money is by keeping people on their platform for longer. So if you've got a video out there or a picture or anything like this, if somebody clicks that video, picture, or whatever it is, then what's going to happen is they might spend an extra couple of seconds on Facebook or Instagram. Now, a couple of seconds doesn't sound like very much. However, if you put through the amount of people who use Facebook and Instagram, you have a massive amount of people who's going to be staying on there. And of course, Facebook then goes out and sells ads to us guys, us marketers. So what they want to do is they want to have a broader scope of people where they track them with all the different algorithms, and then they want to sell ads to us. Now, we can go out and buy ads. Of course, we can. That's a really fast way of doing it. I'll show you how this is going to apply to that. But a thing that we can do is obviously we can do free posts. Now, the algorithms on Facebook are a little bit tricky, so we're going to go through those. I'm going to show you how to actually beat the algorithms. Beat's the wrong word, actually. I should have said work with the algorithms and then put them in place to make sure you sell an awful lot more. So what we have is we have the 4 stages, right? So this is your 4 stages of every post that you do. So first, you want to be able to post at the busiest times, right? It's no good posting on the quiet times when nobody's on Facebook, because Facebook and Instagram want instant people going in there, liking it, hearting it, and doing all the rest of it. So we need to be posting at the busiest times that we can find. Now, there's plenty of websites out there that will tell you, pardon me, what the busiest times are in your country. So that's not a problem. And so I'll go in and first off, find those. Next thing that we do, we need to reply to all of the comments that come in, right? This is so important. What happens is if you don't reply to the comments, then Facebook just kind of thinks that you're ignoring their users, right? And they want their users to be engaged. So the more that you reply, the better it is. And please don't use 1 and 2 word replies. Use a 3-word reply. And what I tend to do is I also tend to try and ask a question. Now, if you're going and asking questions as well, you're going to get an awful lot more results. Next, you want to encourage people. So like I said, ask questions. And you want them to post again. You want to have not only their first comment, but you want their second comment as well, right? All of these all add up. Lastly, we're going to send DMs to everybody who comments on one of our posts. Now, we're obviously going to automate our DMs. We don't want to be sitting there all day doing all this because it does turn into a massive amount of jobs. So the rules for Facebook and Instagram, right? We're going to keep it really, really simple. We don't want to have difficult things where we're going to be struggling to remember them. So first off, don't overthink this. Posting to Facebook and Instagram, people try to complicate this left and right. And I see so many of these supposed gurus who go out and they tell you all these different algorithm hacks and they just don't work. You've got to stick to those particular 4 that we'll just say being over. So first off, just don't overthink it. It's simple. Just use it like that. Now, the easy way to think about it is more posts, more subscribers. More subscribers equals more money. What you should be doing is posting every day. Now, this primes the algorithms knowing that you're going to post. Now, if you can post the same time every day as well, you are going to get an awful lot more with the algorithm. Now, an easy way of showing this is by my group. Now, we only have, I think, about 1,200 followers. But when I'm posting every day, our group gets shown out to an awful lot of people, right? Also, I'm posting out every day, my offers get shown out to an awful lot of people. And so it makes it a lot easier for me to go out and actually start marketing, because I don't have to go out and spend money every day. I still go out and spend money every day because I like fast results. But it means that the more that we post, the more people are going to come in. Now, if you look at the likes of Gary Vee and people like this, where you just see them posting every minute of every hour of every day, I'm not saying like that. Ideally, posting 2 or 3 times a day would be perfect. But if you can only manage 1 time a day, that's cool, right? Don't start putting yourself over the coals. And even worse, if you can't get yourself to 1 post per day, don't think, well, I can't do 1 post a day, so I'm not going to bother doing it. You need to be posting on these social media platforms. It's so important. Next, people keep on asking me, should be posting videos or pictures, right? Just pick one. It's that simple. What you need to do is you need to test your audience. Now, I've posted both pictures and videos. Sometimes the pictures will go absolutely brilliantly and they'll skyrocket. Other times, the pictures will do absolute rubbish, but the videos will skyrocket. It's a kind of mixture. You never know quite which one's going to work the best. Now, if you do make a video, just snip it. Just take small snippets of that particular video to engage people, to get them some interest. We're going to be going into the 2 types of posts, which I would recommend. Next, you don't need to go live. You don't need to be doing what I'm doing right now and going live. You can pre-record videos and put them out there. Now, I'm saying don't go live. However, going live will certainly help you. Now, I'm going to put a recommendation of a software that I use. And what it means I can be across, I think it's about 6 different platforms all at the same time while I'm doing one live. So if live doesn't scare you, do live. If it does scare you, don't worry too much about it. You're obviously not going to get as much engagement because Facebook loves lives, but you are going to get a decent amount of engagement. So don't worry too much. The whole thing of this is just don't panic. Do as much as what you can, as often as you can, all right? Next thing, don't get all clever and fancy. You can see I'm not having anything fancy right now. I have my computer. I haven't got a microphone here at the moment. We've just got my computer camera and my slides. Right? That's simple. You do not need to overcomplicate this. You don't need slides on there. Most of the times, I'm just on here talking. I thought I'd put slides on here so that you guys can actually have the slides at the end if you want them. So don't get all fancy. See all these fancy cuts and whatnot. Now, I've tried this, and I went out and I made all these fancy videos and they look cool and all the rest of it, and they done terribly. Now, I'm not saying that fancy videos won't work. I just know that for me, myself, and they didn't work. If I was to say they don't work, I would need to test everybody else's whole thing, and it would be a nightmare. Trying to test everybody's post on Facebook. Torture, it's undoable. Next, buy a memorable domain name. Right. This is possibly one of the keys that nobody actually tells you about. I've just got some messages coming through on my Facebook in case anybody's on shouting of us. In case anybody's live and got any questions, I would hate to think that I'm ignoring you guys. So what you want to do is you want to get a fancy and easy domain to remember. If you've got an easy domain to remember, engaging questions. Very good point there, Gbot. Just say pulled up me live there. If you have an easy domain to remember, what that means, it means you can mention it often within your post. You can mention it often while you're on doing the whole presentation. So I can start mentioning chatammo.com and various things like this, right? A nice simple one. And also you'll see I put in all of my slides and whatnot as well, just so that if you guys are looking for it, if somebody's stumbled across this video and they want to go out and get the software, they can just click on chatammo.com. So always try and include it somewhere down there. Next thing, accept that some posts will do great and others just won't. It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. You never know what's going to work really well until you go out and try the various different hooks. Now, I'm also going to recommend a software for getting your hooks together because I use it all the time. And I can tell when I've used this particular software because it makes it a whole lot easier for us. I also use it for a lot of other things. We'll come back to that because obviously we want to get the meat and potatoes out of here. Right, so we don't know what hooks are going to work unless we start trying the hooks. So really important that we start trying them. Now, we're going to do some basic Geordie maths here, right? Which is basically numbers that I've made up, but they're kind of running this flow. So I want you to imagine that all the different actions that people can take on your Facebook post are worth a point. So if they give you a thumbs up, it's a like, it's only worth 1 point. It's not very much effort for them to do. Just click that button and they're going to get 1 point, right? Not that much. Now, a heart's worth 2 points. They've got to move their finger across and they've got to click on the heart button, right? So the same goes for crying emojis, laughing emojis, anything like this. They're all worth around about 2, right? Now, these rules aren't set in stone, but this is the basic way that they rank it. Now, next you've got comments. If somebody comments on your post, that is really good. Now, I put down 3 here, but it's a lot higher than 3. So if you've got a comment on your post, that is awesome. That's what you want to be getting. You want to be getting posts with comments on. Now, this can be easily done by adding questions, by putting engaging pictures on there, by being a little confrontational if you want to be. I try and keep away from religion and politics because it's a bad idea. I'm in the UK, very bad idea. And then you've got DMs. Now, with the comments, if you make a comment underneath their comment and you keep that above 3 words, you're still going to get the 3 points or 4 points, whatever we were saying, right? So you're still going to get points for that, as though it's somebody else commenting. Now, if you can then encourage that person to comment back, then what's going to happen is the Facebook algorithm is going to see all of these points suddenly mounting up, and they're going to start showing your post to an awful lot more people, right? Because you've got these points, you're keeping people engaged. People are going to be on your page for longer, which is what Facebook and Instagram and all of the other social media platforms want, right? So if you post at a busy time, you're getting engagement and you're starting building up these points, it is so important. There's a reason why it's so important. The reason is if you do decide that you're going to run an ad, and this is something that I do all of the time. If I'm going to run an ad, I'll make sure I put out a really engaging post first, right? The reason being, if somebody is engaged with my last post, Facebook is a lot more likely to show my next post to those people, right? So some of the time you will just see is boosting posts, which I always recommend against. However, if you've seasoned your Facebook page correctly with these free engagement things, then what's going to happen is people are going to see your ad and your ad's going to be an awful lot cheaper because Facebook's going to show it to them because they've proved an interest in your post and in your content. So it's always a good thing to bear in mind. Now, this is something I went over in my webinar yesterday. So these are figures that we've got from our digital retriever and somewhere else. I think it's HubSpot. Right, so Chad White from Litmus states, the algorithm changes in Facebook seriously limit the organic reach of posts, right? This is why I say you must follow these rules, otherwise you just don't get seen. So what he's saying is if you've got 2,000 Facebook fans, there's only around about 2 to 5 people who see your post, each post that you publish. Now, I don't particularly agree with those figures, right? I agree with these figures down below, right? Facebook organic reach is reduced down to 6%. Now, I know this is roundabout true. However, one of the slides I'm going to show you will disprove this and it'll go back to 2 people. So if you have a fan base in 2014, it's lowering down now, then you're going to not get seen by very many people at all, right? You're only on 6%. And it gets worse if you've got over 500,000 followers, because then you're down to 2%, right? Now, these are important figures to bear in mind because we want you to get through this. So here's an example of my tattoo shop. Now, we've got 11,000 and odd followers. I can't remember how many, 11,300 followers or whatever it is, right? And this little post here, Jamie ready to knock out a load of great traditional black work for tattoos in the lead up to Christmas. Who's ready to rock Christmas dinner with some great ink, right? Nice little post, pretty engaging. It's all okay. Now, you'll notice the boost unavailable because I'm banned from Facebook ads, but we only reached 13 people, which we didn't actually because we got 19 engagements. So we reached 19 people with that post. Now, remembering we've got 11,000 followers, reaching 19 people is not the way that we want to go on. We were trying to build up the tattoo studio at the time because I had come out of the tattoo studio, so I wasn't tattooing anymore, and I needed more tattooists in. So we needed to change this rapidly. So the way that we done this was we started adding the various bits what I said, right? So first off, we started adding questions. So we made a post up that people's going to reply to. So a little one from John. So how do you feel about facial tattoos? A little bit controversial. We know a lot of people like and dislike facial tattoos. That's all cool. And we're going to use that to actually get people in. So people reached 48,000 and engagement 14,000. That's on 11,000 follower page, right? So we've got more or less, well, we have got 4 times the engagement of what our page is worth. Now that page, that wasn't boosted. As you can see, the post is unavailable to boost. So that's obviously important. So this was just a normal standard organic Facebook page post, right? And that's using these particular things. So the likes, the hearts, the comments, and the DMs. Because somebody started liking these and commenting on this, then what happened was it started showing it, Facebook algorithm started showing this post to everybody else who fits the particular criteria that the person did who commented on it, right? Am I making sense here, guys? Because hopefully I am, and hopefully you start to see the value of this because this is huge, and particularly when you start saving money, right? So what happened was when I was doing all of that by hand, and going into Facebook every day and trying to ask engaging questions and trying to do all this sort of thing, I was working as a full-time social media marketing agency, right? It was torture. Now, I did get an awful lot of clients coming to us because we were getting engagements like this, and then we're getting our clients' engagements like this. However, it's not something I want to do. I didn't want to be sitting in front of my laptop all day, typing in replies to everybody and all of this torturous stuff that just takes forever, but needs to be done if you want to generate free leads. Right, so we needed automation. Now, this is where, obviously, we come in with chatammo, and we decided that we're going to start automating all of this. I am notoriously hate working on mundane things that I've got to do over and over again. So we had these two automations in both Facebook and Instagram. So we have the comment reply template, the comment template, the automations, the tag campaigns, and the reports. Right, I'm going to take you through each one of these and why they're important. So what we have first is we have auto post. Right, now this is to go out and actually start posting to your various different social media platforms. Right, really, really important. If you listen to all the gurus are going to tell you to go out and attack one particular platform, right? And only go after one platform at a time. Now, I think that going after one platform at a time is kind of good advice if you're not automating it, right? If you're automating it, then you can go after more than one because everything will be done for you. If you try and do all this manually, yes, only go after one platform because you won't be able to manage it. You'll be far too much switching about and whatnot. So what I believe in doing is setting up posts in advance, right? If you set them up in advance, you can now pick the very best times in wherever you want to show them. And so you can automate all of that. Now, I automate all my posts on a Sunday. And then from the Sunday, I start posting them all out to the various different things. Now, use simple posts. Don't get overcomplicated, right? I never, ever use Facebook live streaming, and I never use a video post, right? Facebook will show a video if it's hosted on YouTube. Don't worry about that because it's still playing on Facebook, right? So that isn't the problem anymore. It used to be, and a lot of these marketers will keep on telling you it is, but we want to drive people to our YouTube channel as well. We want to be omnipresent. So we're going to use simple posts. So any video we're going to host on YouTube, we're going to just use a link. And we're also going to increase your posting. So the more you can post, the better. Remember, more posts, more people see it, more customers, more sales. Now, to do that, I'm just going to show you quickly. We'll go into chatammo, we'll go down, and we'll go into social media posting, right? Social posting. I knew that was going to do that. Let's just log back in again. Right, so we're going to log into chatammo, and we're going to go down to social posting again because we knew it wasn't going to work because I'm having one of those days. Right, so into social posting, what we have here is we have all the various different social posting parts, right? So we've got Instagram and Facebook on the left-hand side, and we have all the other social media on the right-hand side. Now, with the other social media, we only auto post, right? We don't do replies, we don't do any of that sort of thing on LinkedIn, Twitter, Reddit, and the other places, right? On Facebook and Instagram, we do auto comment, auto reply, and everything else. So what we can do is we can create a new post just by clicking in here, really, really simply. And then we'll just add the post. So we can add a link in here, we can add an image carousel in here. Don't add the video, please. Facebook's torture with it. We can also do it for groups. So we can post on Facebook and Facebook pages and groups. And you can select all the pages. That's 118 pages selected. And I can do all that straight away. I can also go in there and do it on Instagram with all of my things that add up there. Now then I can either post now or, like I was saying, find the busiest time and schedule the post for the busiest time. Now, one of the best things about this, right? Now, everybody would love to think that everybody pays loads of attention to their posts. They don't. Nobody really pays any attention to the post that you've got up there. So what you can do is you can repost this however many times you want. So let's say we're going to post this 10 times. And in between, we're going to put 2 months, right? So in between every one of these posts, it's going to keep on going out there. It's going to keep on delivering you results. It's going to keep on getting your algorithm loving you. And it's all now automated, right? We've now got, 20 months worth of content on one particular day? Done. So we don't need to worry about that. And remember, we can add our links in for our offers. We can add our image carousels, and we've got a memorable name. So that's the first part of that little bit, right? So the auto posting. So hopefully you can see that auto posting is going to make an awful lot of sense for you, right? So this takes care of rule 1 and 2. Let's go in a little bit deeper. So the next thing that I want to do is we want to use a comment template. Right now, this, I must admit, I believe is genius. I love this part of my software. Now, don't use this on every post, right? That's number one thing. Don't go out there and try and blast every single post with a comment template. What I do is I make sure a post I'm performing well, then I'll add a comment template to it. Even better, if I'm running an ad, I'll also add a comment template. Right now, these comment templates, what you can do is you can actually set them up to give you more engagement as well. Right now, you never want the same question twice, right? You never want the same answer twice. So what we do is we set up a series of different answers, right? So we can vary our answer every time. Now, another thing that we can do as well, if you're in a competitive niche and somebody's commenting on one of your posts, is we can then go out and we can hide that comment, right? So we can get the algorithm juice off it. So we collect all the algorithm juice off the people, and then we can go and hide that comment. So nobody else, if you've got Martin's software, they can't come in and steal our customers. We're far too good for them to steal our customers. So we're going to make sure that we've got our comment template in place on the certain ones. So to use comment template, we come to chatammo, we go into our little dashboard and we go to comment growth tool, right? And then we click on comment template, right? Really simple. And we create a new template. And here we go. So we just name the comment template. So test and test 1. Remember, this will be over 3 words and it will be a question ideally, right? Comment template 2, 3, 4, 5. I normally do around 5 and keep them all going. Right now, then I would automate that. Right, so at the minute we've just got the comments templates saved for ourselves. As you can see, I've been playing with this quite a lot. Got them all saved for ourselves, so it's all cool. Right, we have that in place. When we come back to automate it, we can do that no problem. So, as I was saying there before, whoops, I'm on the wrong slides. That's me. That's me webinar of last night. Right. So we get the reply comments in advance, so we set all them up. Right, so we're actually ready with all those lot. Right, we want 2 or 3 or more words, preferably with a question. Right, this means that everybody's going to be seeing different comment templates. It means that the algorithm's going to be thinking, right, these are spending so much time putting all these comments together. They're really engaging with their viewers. Let's show them to more people. Right, this is where we're really starting to cook with gas. But we're going to add to that. Like I was saying before, if you send a DM to people, then again, the algorithm likes you a little bit more. Now, when you're sending automated DMs, right? So if you're not using automation, then you can send out a DM to everybody, but you're not going to be able to do what we're about to do. So first off, when we send out DM and we send it through chatammo, what we're going to get is we're going to get their email address. Now, this means we can take them off the algorithm and put them straight into our email list. Now, we still want to use them on the algorithm as well. Don't get me wrong. But we also want them on our email list. You never know when you might get banned, when Facebook might lose popularity or anything like this. So we want to make sure that we've actually got these people ourselves. Otherwise, all we're doing is just renting an audience from Facebook or Instagram, right? So we want to get them off there. Now, obviously, this is going to get you more points gained because, again, we're taking them and we're replying to them. So it means the next time we put out a post there, Facebook and Instagram is a lot more likely to show these people that post because we now got them putting up the hand and saying we have an interest in this page, right? So hopefully this is all tracking with you. So let's just quickly have a look at that. So with the reply template, we'll click in there and create new template, right? And then we've got all these various parts that we can actually build up. So we can select the page. What do we want to do about offensive comments? Well, we can either hide them or thank you for the thumbs up. We need to hide them or delete them. Now, I would say hide them, right? The reason why I would say hide them is because if you're hiding the comments, you're still going to get the juice as well. Awesome. Now, you can also write down all the offensive comments that you want to hide in here. So any words that you don't like scam, things like this. And we can put them there, right? Do you want to enable comment reply? Well, actually, start with this one. Do you want to send reply message to a user multiple times? Well, no, not really. I only want to send out one time. Do you want to enable comment reply? Well, yes, otherwise I wouldn't be writing this. I made these really, really simple so I could work them. Do you want to like on a comment by page? So yes, we always want to like the comments as well. Remember, it's another point that Facebook's going to award us. It's pretty awesome. Do you want to hide comments after comment reply? Now, with this one here, I would only hide them if I was in a really competitive niche. So say, for example, I was a multi-level marketer and I was making a particular offer and I was fighting with somebody else in the same multi-level marketing company coming to me. Actually, I'm affiliate marketing as well, coming over to one of my posts and then stealing all of my people who's replied to it, right? And then messaging them saying I've got much better bonuses than Sean. So then I would hide them. Normally, I wouldn't really go out and hide them. Now, you've also got, do you want a generic message to them all? So do you want every message to be sent out the same? Or do you want to send a message filtering out by words or sentences, right? Now, filtering out by words or sentences is really quite cool. When you ask somebody to comment below a certain thing, and that's where you're going to get it. And you want to name your campaign name, right? Really important. You must do that for it to do. Once you've done all that, you press save. That's it done, right? Really, really simple. You've now got your automations all set up for comments. So you can now reply to their comments underneath their comments. And you can now send them a DM as well, all automatically. So you don't need to worry about anything like this. And you can automate your entire campaigns, right? Now, the thing that we added was tags. I always believe that you should be tracking where people are coming in to your chatammo account from. Remember, we're bringing them into our world, so we want to really know what's working and what isn't, right? So the way that we do that is by tagging the campaign. Now, I tag the campaigns by the post. So I'll say this post was about such and such. Then I'll see how many people come in through that particular post. And if I've got a lot of people coming in through that particular post subject, I'm going to continue to post on that particular subject and get as much juice as what I can. So that's the tag campaign. Next, you have the report. So it will give you all of the information on your report of how your actual posts have went. So I think you can't improve what you don't know, right? If you're going out there and trying to market blindly, it's not going to work that well. If you know where everybody's coming from, then you're laughing. It is so simple. Right, so let's just have another quick look in here. And one of the things that you're going to notice is automation campaign, right? So we can click on automation. And then we can go through this and we can knock things on, right? So we can go for a particular post. You just press the little thing here and we can enable auto reply, enable auto comment, enable and fetch commenter, check latest comments, right? We can do all of this and leave a comment now. So we can just automate this entire process straight away by just clicking on these buttons, right? And it's all of a sudden done out there for you. Now, another thing that you can do is you can also set it by campaign ID. This is if you're running Facebook ads. Right now, you really want to always set this on Facebook ads, because what you're going to get is you're going to get an awful lot of engagement. And when you get all this engagement, you're going to reply to the engagement and it kind of snowballs to a massive degree. Another thing is if people are commenting, liking, watching, doing anything with your content, you can also set them up as a lookalike audience. So these are people who's raised their hands. So now they're primed for retargeting on Facebook ads, right? So you've got like everything all in place there. Really simple. Whoops, I went to the wrong page there, right? So that's going to basically send you all the various different bits. So your action plan, if you choose to accept it, right? Make more posts, right? The most important thing is make more posts. More posts equal more eyeballs. If you don't have any followers yet, don't worry. You will be getting followers, right? Don't worry about that at all. The more posts you make, the more people's going to start seeing you, the more people's going to start buying from you. And make sure you mention your domain name, right? Always mention your domain name. Thank you for all the love hearts. It's ever so sweet. Just next, when you're driving, always drive the traffic and mention domain name, particularly when you're sending somebody somewhere for something that's free, right? If you've got a free offer, you want to be shouting from the rooftops. You want to have the easiest domain in the world for them to remember to go away and go and get that straight away, right? We want everybody to go out and get our free thing. We want them in our world. Send the free thing through your messenger if needs be, right? So download your free thing here just by saying the words, yes, please, or name somebody, which is something we've done in the tattoo studio. Name somebody who deserves a free tattoo. Right? We had so much engagement. It was shocking. Don't try and hard sell. On a Facebook post, if you're trying to hard sell, it's far too easy for somebody to click off. Right? What I tend to say on my Facebook post is, look, we have the software over here. If you want to go and try the software, it's cool. I've got a free plan for you. Sign up the free plan and jobs are good. Right? That's how simple it is. You don't need to overcomplicate this. It's easy. And we're just going to offer somebody something to somebody. And if they want it, they can go and get it. If they don't want it, that's fine. That's no skin of our nose. They're going to continue to keep on seeing our content and they will convert. They will buy as long as you're putting out plenty of content out there. Now, another thing is always share your post from your page. Right. So when you share your post, I won't click on your Facebook page because I can see a lot of people on messages. So when you go on your Facebook page, go on the actual business page, click on and interact as yourself. And once you interact as yourself, you then share that post. So you share that post as yourself. You can share it to your personal page, share it to groups, share it anywhere at all that you want to share it. The whole idea of this is that that's still bringing your lookalike audience. So if I make a post up on, let's say, restaurant deliveries, and I'll put that restaurant deliveries post out there, I'm going to go in and teach a little bit, and I'm maybe going to do it on a video. I can then go out there, start sharing it within groups as my page. When I share it in groups, anybody who watches this video, interacts with the video, does anything else, I've now got them as part of my lookalike audience. And I can then rank how much of the videos they've watched as to how primed that audience is. Next thing is using offer posts. Use offer posts and how-to posts. So offer post is we have this thing, come out and give it a go if you want to. How-to post is exactly like this one. Maybe it's not as detailed as this one, but you're going to go out and you're going to teach somebody something. You're going to show them how to do something that is really cool for their business. And that's about it. So the reason why I automated this is the most important thing in the world: money versus time. You're always going to hear me talking about money versus time, about your email lists. These are everything within your digital marketing. Ideally, you can either spend money or time, right? Now, I don't want to spend an awful lot of time doing this stuff because that's going to be an absolute nightmare. I can't get my time back. What I can get back is money. So I would rather automate everything, right, and collecting the money rather than me spending all day sitting typing away and trying to run digital social media marketing agencies and things like this. This is so much simpler. If you are wanting to go out and start and become a social media marketing agent, you want to put out affiliate software out there, you want an MLM, you want your restaurant, any bricks and mortar stores, this is what you should be doing. You should be putting out content out there every single day. The more you put out, the more people's going to come in, the more you're going to sell, the happier you're going to be, right? So it's really that simple, guys. So if anybody has any questions, first off, please put the questions down below. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, if you're watching it on Facebook, please come over and join us on YouTube. I feel lonely over there. I haven't got that many followers. Bless. If you're watching on YouTube, come over and join our group. It's Bots for Profits. Wow. I'm also going to have all the links down below. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you guys as well. Sorry, I forgot about this. Writing out your posts. I nearly forgot. Right. So when writing out posts, what I use is Jarvis. Now, I'm going to give you a link. That's going to give you 10,000 free credits for your Jarvis as well. Right. And the way I do my posts, this is the simplest way. Within Jarvis, you've got an awful lot of various different AI recipes, right, and templates and whatnot. Now, what you can do is you can either use the ones I like is AIDA framework, right, which is going to what is it? It's attention, interest, desire, and action, right? So you can use that as a post. We can use listicles, possibly. We can use product descriptions, and all of these are going to do it. Now, this one is excellent, the PASS framework. So problem, agitate, solution. So what we can do is we can go into here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'll call you Sing. So this one was 5-day groove challenge, right? And I wanted a problem, an agitate, and solution. So that I could get out there. I'm just going to hide that. So I get out there and get this promotion done. Now, all I need to do is press that button. Right? I've already put in the bits I need. And here we go. It'd be hard to know where to start when it comes to advertising your business. So you just change that to, do you find it hard to know where to start when you're advertising your business? How simple is that? Just Jivan, thank you, Jivan. So just something really simple like that. Then agitate. You probably heard that advertising is expensive, and it can be. What if I told you there's a way to get ads for cents on the dollar? And not only that, but also how to drive highly targeted traffic straight to your offer, right? We're going to say, okay, this is the offer part here. You can say that in video, or you can put out there. And this is going to write everything for you, right? So basically, you've got nothing left to do. Now, the great thing I love about this is, first off, we've got 10,000 credits for free with my link. But another thing is this video description. I use this an awful lot. This is awesome. And what the video description will do, it'll write out your entire video description, so it's going to get ranked higher in YouTube. We've also got the video sales letter, and you've got all sorts of those things. So click the link and go and check that out, because it is a very, very good software. And this is the software that I use for actually broadcasting, which is Restream, which sends it out to a lot of different websites all at the same time. So it means I'm not making the same videos and sharing the videos. It means I get all the juice off the lives straight away, which is well worth doing. I will sort out a link for this as well and put it underneath. So if you guys want this, then you can go and get this as well. Now I'm going to put this in the train, this bit train here, because I want to start teaching you guys exactly why I decided to come up with the various different parts within chatammo of what we did. And so I want to go through everything, why I decided to do that, how can it be benefit to you. I want to go through the benefits as opposed to just and listing off all the features, which not really a lot of help. So let's go through all the benefits. We're going to start doing this very, very regular. I'm going to give you guys a load of stuff to go out and market with. Now, again, I would love it if you want to go out and market with chatammo. If you do, feel free to use this video and use your affiliate links and go out there and blast it. Right? So thanks very much for watching, and speak soon, guys. Cheers.